Okay, PJ, so I am in student view, and of course, because I have the free version of Screencast-O-Matic, I don't have the version that will allow me to make it as big as I want to in the world. But anyway, when you're a student, you first come here, you see how to thrive as a beginning day hiker. This is the only page that does not have a previous and next button at the bottom, which is why I embedded the course syllabus link here to take you to the next page of our module. So then it brings you like this, and let me just move this Screencast-O-Matic down. Come on. Yes, this is why I'm not doing this for a grade right now. Okay, so down to course syllabus, and it's all in there. La da 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 da. And you come down here, you have your previous, and of course, and I didn't, of course, I know you're going to find this hard to believe. I didn't even practice this. Click on next, and you'll see as soon as I move Screencast-O-Matic back that now you're on the course resources. And each one of these is a hyperlink to take you to, and of course this worked last night, and I made it, oh no, what happened? Because this was working perfectly last night. In fact, I checked everything like 3 times. And now it took me here. Back to the resources. Let's see if Class Wiki works. Clicked on that link. And yep, right over to our wiki, and it's taking us, okay, let's not click on there, and it's taking us to the home page. So that link works. Back here again to additional resources. I wonder if anything was moved around in Google Docs. That is also a problem. Yeah, because it seems to be the things that are being in Google Docs that aren't running. So maybe I worked on them or did something to them, and now it's not the same exact embedment as before. So I will look at that again. But anyway, so the resources page, you know, you're here and you go to next. I'm clicking next, and it's taking the world's longest time, and you can see I'm in student view. And then it takes me to a final assessment overview. I decided to name it overview because I didn't want it to be confused with the final assessment page thing, so I'm doing next here. You know, I don't have to show you that I'm pressing the buttons. I think you can figure that out. So then module 1 goals, and I don't know if we want to make a separate page for the voice threads, or if you can use, because right now this is just a link to the page that had it, but I was actually thinking that we could embed it here so that you click it and it takes you right into the voice thread, and we don't have, you know, extra pages, and it can cut down on some of the stuff they're clicking through and seeing and cognitive load and all that. So anyway, hitting the next button, it takes me into the placeholder for the voice thread, which then takes us to the link to the voice thread. And the voice thread link still works, I'm sure, because I tested it last night and it was still working. And I think that, yay, see, we're here at your voice thread. And there you are, talking. Okay, so clicking next again. And week 1, what you'll do this week. And every time we had a week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, what you will do this week. Gave them all the same thing. I tried to put a link to the readings and a link to the videos, if there were any, in that page. And then that way, you know, if they don't want to, if they're like, oh, I needed to see that video, they don't, can cut down a little bit on the things. And there's the readings with the bulleted list. And the videos. And I have to scroll down. This one has 2 videos, and I liked Greg's page because Greg had a, and then here's the hiking self-assessment. Instead of saying, here is the, go to the template and then link, I just, highlighted the self-assessment and embedded the link in that. So in fact, I'm thinking we need to edit this so it doesn't say this is a template document. Copy the template. Just say, please make a copy of the template and save to your Google Drive. Complete the assessment, and then continue on from there. Because if they can't figure out that this is a template, when we say please copy the template, so, just my thing. I guess coming from the news, I don't like too much words and explaining too much. Not that I think you should be left in the dark either, but, and again, you'll see I did it here with packing list template. I embedded the link into the Word. And there were some things that I wasn't sure because they look like assessments and I was thinking they weren't assessments, but then you had given them point values and I was trying to delete them and turn them into content pages. So before anything, I need to talk to you about that. But anyway, this was the class wiki page. Then I got Wiki Mart. And the packing list discussion. And then click next. And I put in the actual end dates. I'm thinking of moving this. We didn't have any videos this week. I didn't see any videos, so Module 1, Week 2 only had readings. I'm assuming, because if I go to Module 1, Week 2 video, then I'm going to be very sad. Yeah, no, there was nothing there. Again, embedding the thing. Next. Oh, I did want to say something here. With the assignments, what are we doing with the rubrics? Because if I click submit assignment, it'll bring me to the assignment and it'll tell me thing, but maybe it's only in the teacher view that I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have also clicked on that, but let's do cancel. So here I am back here because there's several things that have the rubric, but there's nothing in the rubric. And, like the self-assessment, which thing, scavenger hunt, find the signs. I think, yeah, I did this as a content page, but because you were uploading the scavenger hunt to the discussion, so we didn't need it as an assessment. But when I went to delete the assessment page, which I did in the modules, but I didn't realize it was in assessments with points put into it. So we'll have to redo that. And this again is one where, come on, I hate this, like that you can't click inside and move it up and down. Maybe you can in the Pro build. And again, week 3, what you're going to do. But as you see, this is just clicking straight through. And I'm not, going to click. I don't need to click on pages or anything. It just, the only problem is from the front page. I don't understand why it doesn't give unless the front page is like that thing. You know how when we first started this, if you chose course, our course showed up with that picture of like green stuff, some sort of green nature-y picture. But anyway, actually, let me go back there and see if that, this one, I would embed this. I would edit that to what maps show, which was already just as they were already just told to do that, so we can probably get rid of this and say after exploring what maps show, because that was just the previous assignment was to do that, to explore the U.S. Geological Survey site, what maps show. And of course it takes us to that site, which is good. So yeah, I think it's something with the Google Docs. If they're edited by someone else or moved or something, maybe it messes it up somehow. I would just say after exploring what maps show, 1, select the topographical map and topographical map legend buttons. And I'd also move, there's a space there. And I'd say use as reference, and then I'd delete the then if you're going to have it in a list, only because as an editor, that's one of the things that we always have to cross. And I don't know why these link things are showing here. So anyway, don't want to get hung up on one page. Next, here's the discussion. And all the discussions and assessments, everything should be available from November 27th now, and ending on the date that they, of the last day of that week. And week 4, yeah, we only had 2 readings in week 4. I noticed that we did not use the video, the 2020 video, and I really liked that video because since it was 2020, it's made to appeal to a large demographic, and also, even though it's an hour long, it's made in it's an, edutainment. It's much more entertaining rather than the YouTube videos of just, if this happens, do that. I'm going to put a picture in here because this is, I already have the picture, so just have to upload it. And then our discussion about the second hike and the My Maps activity. And let me just make sure that this takes us to My Maps. And it does. This is My Maps if you haven't clicked into it or gone to it at all. But this is Google My Maps. And then you can, if you want to see where we went. But anyway, clicking out of there and back to the assessment. And I'm going to have to do the rubric for this because I haven't. Actually, I can just, it doesn't need a rubric as long as you follow the instructions. And I'm going to edit this to get that word out. We don't need goals under Module 3 goals. And put in a picture because that again is dry. And then once again, voice thread, but we're going to want to upload that so it's embedded in a page. And I see that needs Adobe Flash. Love these images, by the way. I don't think that you're hearing you talk. I'm not saying that in an insulting way. I'm saying as I'm making the screencast-o-matic because I think it said if you wanted to play the audio from your screen, you have to upgrade. But otherwise, if you don't hear it while I'm doing this one, it triggers naturally and you're talking and perfect. And I guess we only had readings again and no video this week. So I would throw that video in. We have a lot of readings in this week. So I'd throw that other video, but we want it in this module because this is the old What Goes Wrong video. Now see module what you will do this week. We didn't have any videos or readings for this week. Okay, yes we did. We had readings, so why don't I have the link to that? See? And videos. Oh yeah, it took me a while to find this guy to embed him. And then I would, again, embed the voice thread as, have it as a hyperlink from here so that they go right into it and we don't need to